All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me okay? Everybody hear me okay? Just give me a quick thumbs up or response. Make sure we can all hear each other real quick. All right, excellent. So we're in our final week of distance learning, and in our final week, we're just taking the time to prepare our final projects on our genetic disorders. I went over some of the setup with you a little bit on Friday, and I just wanted to kind of check in with you and see where we're at today with those projects. But first of all, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay out there? Okay, thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Rael. Appreciate that. Um, has everybody been getting out, or have you guys been pretty much staying in still? Yeah, yeah, that's probably for the best. Hopefully, we will see each other face to face here pretty soon. It looks like we are going to be starting in early August, and so they haven't ironed out the specific details yet. But it looks like we're going to be back in school, hopefully face to face at some point in August. So I'm excited to share that with you. If you hadn't heard that, that's kind of where we're at as a school. And so hopefully, hopefully we'll be able to to meet again and get back to where we were, and we'll hopefully all have a better appreciation for the opportunities that we have at school. So really quickly, what I would like to do is I'd like to take a look at the final project with you one more time, and just kind of go over that. So I'm going to share my screen with you really quickly. And if you could just have a look at it. If you don't have this assignment, um, it's on Friday, May 22nd. And so this is just the grading rubric. So this is what I'm going to use to score your final week 6 assignment. And so I had checked in with a few of you before we got on the call, and it sounds like everybody's gotten a pretty good start on this. I just want to make sure that you earn all of the points, and if you need help, obviously feel free to reach out on Google Hangouts, and we'll talk about it for a few minutes. So um, I think everybody at this point has a disorder selected. We want to also make sure that we're providing a definition of the disorder, and so defining that clinically, what the disorder is, what part of the body it affects, and what some of the what some of the long-term effects are. The symptoms. So these would kind of go together, I suppose. The definition and then the symptoms would be some of the possible effects. And so that's kind of the first third of the assignment. So once you get that first third done, that's pretty much all pretty easy to find. What you're going to have some issues maybe with is the middle third here. And so the middle third talks about the cause of the disorder. So is it a mutation? Is it genetic tendency that's maybe triggered by the environment? Um, does it follow a genetic inheritance pattern like those that we've been studying with sex linkage and um, with dominant recessive classic patterns? So this middle third right here is where a lot of students struggle, and so let's make sure that we work through that together. The disorders, the treatments. Is there a gene therapy? Are there some medications, some pharmaceutical drugs that we can use? What disorder, or how's the disorder diagnosed? And then does it affect certain groups more than others? And then the last part, which is pretty subjective, is what did you learn? What new information did you learn? What was something that you maybe didn't know before, that now that you can take away into the future. So, um, as I mentioned on Friday, let's make sure that we do include a research sheet with two sites. And so this would be one research site. This would be the second. And so if you want to use a separate piece of paper for these, that's fine. But I would like you to visit at least two websites. Okay. Any questions on that so far, you guys? Does that make sense? Hi, Roxana. Hi, Alan. Hi, Evelyn. Good to see you. Andrea, good to see you. So we were just, I'm sorry that I missed you kind of coming through there, but we're just spending some time talking about the project. Did you guys have any questions about the project and what I was looking for there? So my goal with the project was to give you a chance to use some of the things that we've been learning and apply it over to something that's a little bit more real world. And so, Andrea, were you able to make a selection? I know that we talked a little bit on Friday. Were you okay with that? Okay, excellent. Um, I know, I think everybody, Roxana, you're all set, right? Evelyn, you're good to go? Hi, Angie. Good afternoon. Angie, are you all good with the selection of the topic, and is your project going okay?
It's going okay for now. Um, I'm just kind of overloaded trying to finish all the missing assignments that I have for some of my classes. But it's
Okay.
going good.
Yeah, so that was my goal with this project, was not to overwhelm you. So what I wanted to do was have you do really one thing this week and do it well.
Okay.
So I know that you guys probably are trying to get everything kind of finished up, and I wanted to kind of be respectful of that, but at the same time, you know, I really hope that you guys do a good job on that middle third of the project, where we talk about the way that the disease is inherited and a little bit of the genetics of it. So that's, if you get stuck there, as I was mentioning to everybody else, it's a really good opportunity to just ask for help, and I'll point you in the right direction. So some of you have already done that, but yeah, don't spin your wheels too much.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. So just to kind of go through a couple housekeeping items, have you seen the book pickup schedule or sorry, the book drop-off schedule, I guess it is, for your grade level? So if
Isn't
you
it
have, go ahead.
isn't it on Thursday?
Yeah, so it depends on what grade you're in. But I think for ninth graders, it's this week, right? So it's on Thursday for a good number of you. So if you're stuck, or if you need the guidelines, just let me know and I can communicate that out to you as well. So as far as the project deadline goes, we're going to meet again once more on we're going to meet on Friday, very briefly. When we meet on Friday, we'll meet at our normal times, but it's pretty important that you have your project ready to be turned in at that point. The reason being is that the final grades have to be turned in um, very early next week, and so I have to make sure that I have time to take your assignments and grade them, and then I'm going to put those distance learning grades into the Infinite Campus for you. so you'll get that grade bump before final grades. You can expect to have a final grade for the class by Wednesday. So that's my plan.
This Wednesday or next Wednesday?
So it would be a week from today. So, so I'm going to evaluate your project starting on Friday and Saturday, and then I will put the final grades into the Google Classroom, and then once the grades are in Classroom, then I'm going to transfer them to Infinite Campus so that you can get your grade improvement for the distance learning.
Okay. Thank you.
Does that sound good? You bet. You bet. Again, I wanted to thank you guys for all of your persistence. I've been really impressed with the work that the ninth grade teams have done over the last 6 weeks or so. I'm very pleased with the work that you've turned in, and let's finish this last thing to the best of our abilities. Any other questions or concerns this afternoon, you guys, about the project or about grading or about what you need to turn in for school? All right, very good. Well, thank you guys so much for your attention this afternoon, and I will see you on Friday for one final check-in. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then.